What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan, and thank you so much for tuning in. So I had a chance to check out this other anime called Spectre, and this anime was set up in the queue on my VRV, and it looked interesting for the cover of it, and it has nice ratings and a lot of comments. So I was like, you know what? Let me check this out and see what the hype is all about. And I gotta say, this anime is really interesting. Good so far. So just kind of explain where we're working at. Now the anime focus around this girl called Kitoko. Tikoto basically was at age 11 was abducted by yokais for about 2 weeks straight. Like, they couldn't find her, they couldn't do none of that. And apparently, at the point that they abducted her, they pretty much came into agreement that they wanted her to become the goddess of wisdom for them. And she quickly said yes. And the goddess of wisdom is pretty much is like the person who will be, will be the overseer between the spirit and the human world. Now, after she agreed to it, she wound up coming back, into the town that she was from. But with her agreeing to do this, it came at a cost of her right eye and her left leg. So pretty much she has some missing parts, But however, 6 years later, she pretty much got to the point to where any kind of problems is left for the yokai, they go and find her for her to being able to come up with a resolution for them of the problem. Now, in the meantime of this, she came across this guy named Karu. He's a 22-year-old university student, and he actually developed powers also. And the way that he did is that he basically, I guess it's some type of Japanese history that if you was to eat like a mermaid skin, that you would gain eternal life. But he also ate another yokai skin that has some other weird ability towards it, because if you watch the anime, he literally got his arm like bit off, and it was able to basically regenerate, at an astonishing speed. So his girlfriend ended up witnessing that, and that's what led up to both of them breaking up. So it has like a little romantic edge on here. We're having like a little bit of a mystery to it, which honestly, it goes good together. I mean, because Kotoko, she ended up like finding a real interest in the guy, because in like the first episode, you hear asking about him and his girlfriend. She found that they broke up, and trust me, she thrust him for it. Not like it's showing like fan service or anything like that, because if it was just not like another fan service in there, trust me, I would have been turned off a long time ago. But in this sense, she just throws herself like, oh well, I'm your girlfriend now, or we should start dating. And he really hasn't agreed to it, but at some point I think he does have some type of like sort of like feelings for her safety or whatever, but I don't think it's romantic feelings for it. But then plus she feels like there's a lot more to him than just his powers and everything in the moment that he shared with his girlfriend. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it's like you get a chance to see her interact with the yokai. Like, she ended up trying to solve this mystery with this lady murdering this guy and dumping his body into a lake. So the god of the lake, which is a giant white serpent, called her there to the lake to kind of like go over things and try to make sense to her, and why the human would do that. Now, she did try to go to Cairo to come with her, but he didn't. He just sent her off for some soup. Not really a knight in shining armor, but then later on, it was later discovered that he traveled there, kind of like looking out for her safety, because her powers is being able to kind of like be the moderate between the two worlds, while his power is more, dealing with him being able to regenerate if he was to deal with like a more powerful foe, in which she is able to, it shows that she actually tried to invade herself for some actions when she later tried to face off against like a demon spirit, but it's not as useful as Cairo ability. So definitely it adds some elements of what can be done. So Yeah, but overall, what do I have to say about the anime? The anime is like really good. Like, I mean, it comes at, you know, at some type of like, you know, standing out between like as others that have released so far in 2020, because so far in 2020, I would say that I have like a good few animes that are like something that is like really catching my attention, like from, you know, from this one, in Spectra, and then we have Somalia, the Forest Spirit, then you have ID, Invaded, and then you had Darwin's Game. Those four animes stick out the most to me, and actually, them four is actually doing pretty good and receiving some positive feedback on the episodes they released so far. Now, this anime can definitely live up to its potential, especially with the mystery that's going on with these outrageous yokai that she definitely have to solve the problems for, and with Haru pretty much making his appearance, definitely adds from more of a duo standpoint, with a little bit romantic in there. They could lead a romantic in there. Like, it adds some sort of entertainment in there, so you can't go wrong for it. And I'm also like this, like I mean, music wise, it's pretty standard, but visuals is actually pretty damn good. You can't go wrong with the visuals, you know. And I think that plays a big part into it. It's like, if the visuals not good, would you expect the audio to be good? Would you expect, you know, if the anime overall is okay and the visuals is down? But I don't know. In this day and age, I expect visuals to have some point of good detail and a degree, because if it doesn't really have any detail, unique art style, then nah, we ain't really talking about much of an anime. They really will have to really focus on something. But nevertheless, Spectre is really good. I can't wait for the next episode to release. I would say check it out. It's definitely on Crunchyroll, or if you have BRV, it's definitely on a Crunchyroll channel. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think about Spectre so far. I would definitely love to hear it. Other than that, definitely help me out by subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification button. I'm about to go ahead and dip out. Gotta get prepared for the stream later. So thank you. You guys have a wonderful one. Goodbye.